Thank you, Diane. So my global rose experience. How does one flower, the rose, it can touch the lives of people all over the world, whether it is a bunch of roses purchased from a florist or a visit to a public rose garden. The rose brings peace, joy, love and friendship to us. This year, my travels have included visits to China, Belgium, Switzerland, France and Japan, and also a rose trial in Baden-Baden in Germany. I'll begin with a little about our societies in Australia. I joined the Rose Society of South Australia about 25 years ago after discovering the beauty of David Austin roses. My interest in roses escalated. So a little bit about our society. The Rose Society of South Australia, which I am a member, was established in 1908. It began with 50 members and now has grown to nearly 1,000 members. The Society aims to encourage, improve, foster and extend the cultivation and appreciation of the rose. A regional rose convention was held in 2008 to celebrate 100 years of the Society. The convention attracted 350 delegates from all over the world. The Society holds 2 rose shows each year in autumn and spring, and we also have 3 regional branches within our state. And we also, the member states are a member of our National Rose Society. So the National Rose Society of Australia is the member country for the Federation. This society was formed on the 4th of November 1972. The objectives is to encourage, improve and extend the cultivation of the rose. Sorry, I'll just go back to that one. The National Rose Society also hosts a trial ground, and that is located in the Adelaide Botanic Garden International Rose Garden. So the plants are trialled over 2 years and assessed monthly from October to May by a team of assessors and maintained by a group of volunteers. Roses may be awarded gold, silver or bronze medals or a certificate of merit at the end of their trial. Now over to the global world of roses. So we'll start with the World Federation of Rose Societies. This was founded in 1968. Its stated purpose was to hold international rose conferences and act as a clearinghouse for rose research. It is now a federation of the National Rose Societies of 40 countries. But we have associate members and a breeders club. 19 world conventions and many regional conventions have been held throughout the world. During this time, the 19th World Convention was hosted by the National Rose Society of Australia in Adelaide during October-November 2022. The World Federation gives awards to outstanding roses and to stars of the rose world. We also honour outstanding rose gardens and rose books. We are working to encourage common standards for judging new seedling roses, and we show the current international trial winners on our website. So the World Federation is managed by an executive committee. It consists of the president, treasurer, immediate past president, 11 vice presidents, and an executive director. The Federation also has a number of standing committees, all with appointed chairpersons. These are the Awards Committee, the Classification and Registration Committee, Convention Liaison Committee, International Judges Committee, International Rose Trials Committee, Conservation and Heritage, and a Publications Committee. The 40-member countries are the nominated council of the Federation. Each member country has one vote at council meetings. Our editors produce World Rose News and by any other name publications 4 times per year. Conventions. Members travel to attend a World Convention, which is held every 3 years, or maybe a regional convention closer to where they reside. The conventions provide a lecture series, visits to local gardens, places of interest, and most importantly, attend social functions with friends from around the world to exchange information about the rose. Pre and post tours are also offered at these for the participants of the convention. This year, the regional convention was held in Brussels and it was an outstanding success. Our upcoming conventions are a regional convention in Sweden in July 2024, and the 20th World Rose Convention will be hosted by the Japan Rose Society in Fukuyama in May 2025. Kelvin Trimper and I had the pleasure of visiting Japan in early October to look at the progress and the venues of this convention, and it's going to be another great event. And if you need further information about the conventions, visit our website, the World Federation website, where there are links to both convention websites as well. Another area that the Federation works with is international rose trials. There are 26 trials registered with the Federation, and many have adopted the World Federation standard judging criteria for these trials. Results are posted to the website and social media sites. The final judging is often undertaken by an international jury on the last day of the trial. These results are included with previous assessments by the local assessors. It's a great experience to judge at a trial, and I hope many of you can participate in these events in the future. Sponsorship. The World Federation has a global sponsorship agreement with Felco, and this sponsorship has recently assisted with providing funding for convention hosts, countries, and the updated website of the Federation. Felco is a worldwide leader in the production of high precision professional secateurs and pruning tools. And after our Belgium visit this year, a few of us did the post tour, which also included a visit to Felco and to see their operations. Friends of the Federation, another group. These members have also financially supported the Federation by providing funds for further opportunities for promotion of the rose and the Federation. Major awards are awarded at World Conventions. These consist of inducting a rose to the Hall of Fame and a rose to the Old Rose Hall of Fame. Awards for Gardens of Excellence with a plaque given for display in the garden it has been awarded to. Awards are also given to books. Medals for service to the World Federation are also awarded during our convention. So that's a little history and a brief understanding, I hope I've given you, of what the Federation is about. The following slides I'd like to present to you are just a few highlights of some of the conventions I have attended. The first is some slides showing a garden tour that the Australians went to before arriving in Lyon. And the next lot of slides is the Beijing Regional Convention, which was held in 2016 when we celebrated the opening of the Rose Museum. So I'll just play these slides, okay? So these were the major places that we visited, from flying into Rome and travelling up to Milan before travelling up through the mountains into Lyon for the beginning of the convention. We were very privileged to be able to see private gardens and public gardens whilst in Italy. Unfortunately, I don't have the names of a lot of the plants and roses, but I hope you enjoy the slides. This particular garden is a very peaceful haven, and if anyone has a chance to visit this garden, I would really recommend you do. It's very interesting with the roses growing over many of the ruins throughout this garden. This garden is a private garden, and throughout this garden there was magnificent roses growing throughout the trees, and they were just left to climb and ramble through the trees. It was very stunning. This garden was built on a hillside, and we were very privileged to visit this garden as well. This was again a very quaint old walled, almost a walled little town. Cobblestone streets, quaint little areas, and very, very pretty. So this garden, which is Helga Brochet's, a former president of the World Federation, was close to this town. Helga has been collecting roses for many years, especially a lot of roses from China. So again, it was great to visit her garden. She has a little chapel on the grounds of her garden, and many ramblers and species roses. This garden contained many David Austin roses, just on the side of a private residence. Again, we were lucky; everything was in full bloom, and we enjoyed that visit immensely. The other garden that you may have heard about is a Fineschi collection. This collection is very important as it has a lot of old roses, and Mr. Fineschi's daughters are currently maintaining this garden. Another garden which had views across to Florence from up here. You can see here there's lots of container grown plants, and again, because of the very low temperatures in winter, these pots are all bought under cover for the winter. This is another interesting garden, lots of structures, and again, just very pretty, and we were fortunate everything was in full flower. This was the former trial ground in Monza. Unfortunately, it's no longer a trial ground, but at the time we were able to visit these trials. So after arriving in Lyon, our opening ceremony highlighted these roses. There's the park adjacent to where the convention was held, so these are the photos from that park. One of the towns we visited as part of the convention. Also throughout Europe, you'll find roses climbing up walls. They tend to use the beautiful stonework, and I think it really highlights some of the colours in the roses. In Lyon, there was also a floral art exhibition in the main town. So I've just included a few of those for you too. At the conclusion of the convention, there was post tours that visited Paris, and I think there was some that went down to Provence. So they were offered. So we move on now to Beijing in 2016 with the opening of the Rose Museum. This is where the opening ceremony was held. with the golden rose. And this slide shows you the actual Rose Museum and the surrounding rose beds. So member countries contributed a lot of their artefacts and books and medals, awards, and they're all housed in this museum in Beijing. On most of the street corners surrounding where the convention was held were these large structures of roses. And that was a wall of roses as well. It probably doesn't show up as well as it could. Some of the gardens we visited around China. So in conclusion, whether your interest is in growing roses, exhibiting, floral art, giving bunches of roses to friends, a favourite perfume, cooking with roses, books, collections of books, garden visits, enjoy the rose and all it brings to us throughout the world. So and just remember too, in our busy lives, remember, please take some time to stop and smell the roses. Thank you.